G'day guys, welcome to episode 6, the next installment on my 79 series build. On today's episode we're going to be taking my old transfer off my gearbox, mounting it to the adapter from Marks, and then we'll be mounting the adapter to the back of this auto. So let's get stuck straight into it. So we got our Marks 4-drive adapters instructions here. So it pretty much goes straight over to the old existing transfer case here. Got to remove all the linkages and then start taking all the transfer case off. Probably take me a while, so I'll just time lapse all of this, but if I come across anything that needs showing, I'll stop the video and go through with you guys. Alright guys, so just got the transfer off the back there, coming apart pretty easy and straightforward. Fucking 10,000 bolts, but got it off. I've got to get this shaft has to come out because the new shaft goes over the top of it. So that shaft there has got to come out and then this shaft replace it. Now this shaft goes over the top of the output shaft coming out of there, and then that's a direct copy of the end of that one there. So I've got all new bearings, new everything to go on it, all new seals. So that gearbox is pretty much done with. I just drained the oil out of it so it wouldn't keep dripping everywhere. That will go off to its new owner with my old 1HZ up the top up there when he comes and picks it up. So next job is obviously to get that shaft out of the back of the transfer there, and then I'm going to take my auto off and get that ready to put the adapter on the end of that. I'm just going through all the parts that are in the box. Bunch of stuff. That bolts onto the side and they come off at a 90-degree angle instead of coming straight out. So, because my headers might come down pretty close to it, so it's. Push this seal in, so that's in there. Probably just duck down in mate Steve's workshop. He's going to press this on for me all the way to the bottom because it's a nice tight fit. And then I've got this space that's going to go in here before I measure the end float and make it all work. So let's get that done. Just got back from mate Steve's work, had the bearing pressed on to the shaft right up to the shoulder. So next step is to install this into the front of the transfer case there. transfer input shaft is now in. I had to measure the front face down to the bearing to put a couple of shims in. Now this gets belted back into the face of that. I've got some new studs. They're going to be jammed into here and here, just for locating. Once all that's done, this can be then mated up to the adapter there. So we'll get that done. Alright guys, so yesterday afternoon I got this all put back together and mounted up to the adapter. So obviously the V8 auto goes on the back of that side. This is the Toyota split case transfer, so obviously it's your prop shaft and tail shaft out front. I still have to mount my full drive selector lever to the side of the adapter, and that's the ring that goes on the back of the V8 auto and slips onto there quite nicely. Bolts to the adapter here through those holes there, and then over here I would remove all this back section off the auto, take the yoke out, get rid of all the bottom half there, and then that will bolt onto that there. So we'll get that done today. Alright, let's get into it. Got our Toyota split transfer all mounted to the adapter to the auto now. So that's all done. I've still got to do my high-low lever and full drive activator from here and here out to a bracket that obviously has the stick attached to it. But apart from that, that's pretty much mounted on there now. So next step is obviously do that transfer lever, and then we're going to obviously probably move on to mounting it in the actual car itself. I'm still waiting on me something from Mark's adapters, and then the only other thing I need is my pulley kit. So once all that's on, I've got to going to disconnect the auto off the back, because I'm going to mount that up first and then drop the motor straight into the bay. Another thing that I did the other week was mounted my new tray. So I just got it all mounted up. They're only just sort of sitting there at the moment. Got a few mounts made for the back as well. We're going to have West Australian Jarrah the whole way through, right through to the back. Then it's going to be aluminium doors and walls and roof. That will all be painted black. Last week I got all my proportional valve mounted up and in, ran my brake lines, did all my handbrake cable. I've still got to obviously cable tie that along that arm, but I've still got to do my breather along there as well. So I'll tie all that in during the week. But apart from that, I've got my shifter mounted all up there just to trial fit it. This bracket didn't fit to the Mark's mounts over the back over here. Just sat a little bit too high from where the bracket was. So I went down to my mate Steve and he made me up this aluminium block here with a recessed head, because obviously it just would have hit that. Bolt at the top there, so they bolt straight into the Mark's adapters bit, and then I had these holes tapped out, these two here, and then bolt straight to it. As you can see, now it works like a dream. So that's 2 high there, straight back to 4 high, which pulls that one out there, and then just come across there, and that gives you your 4 low. So it works perfectly, no dramas there. I messaged Marks and let him know that this particular bracket doesn't fit their kit. They did say when they did the fit up kit it was to a 60 series, so this bracket was definitely different from what was in the photos. So that's a sneaky little one there, but managed to just, you know, make something, and now it works perfectly. We should be moving forward on this LS2. We're still in lockdown. We can't go anywhere, so might as well get this done before we start going away and doing trips and stuff. Get as much as done as we can. I want to try and have it starting by Christmas, so we'll see how we go. Might even have it running. All right, no worries. Thanks, guys. I'll see you on the next episode.